All right, Ron Sherwood again, Kingdompreneur lifestyle. Today has been a kind of a sucky day, for lack of a better way of putting it. Came back on Sunday. It's the 18th back of August, back to my house to try to mow the grass that was like ridiculously high, and I couldn't get it started. Had to replace the spark plug and put a new filter on it, and it started working. I got the backyard done. I wanted to do the whole thing, but I couldn't get it working again, and I wasn't about to mess with. I was like, I'm gonna get 3 more times. I was gonna be there just to mow the grass, and it took 3 hours total after having to get that fixed, although it's probably a good thing because the lawnmower was gonna need all that for the other house, for mowing the grass and everything anyway. So anyway, just figure I'd share the adventure once again. Things taking way longer than expected, and man, I'm like soaked. I'm wore out. I was already wore out yesterday from moving stuff again, and so anyway, I was this morning thinking more about what I'm trying to do, and focus ends up being more and more, or less and less, I guess, about doing my business and doing the Amazon and eBay, which I know I got to keep doing that stuff, but doing this and working on kind of creating this community, if you will. I don't know how a better way to say it, and getting started creating this community of people that are supporting each other, that are really working together, that are unified in helping people that are trying to be entrepreneurs or trying to live for the kingdom, that are trying to give to missionary organizations, to whatever, people that are trying to bring the kingdom, that are about the kingdom business, and whatever that looks like, however that is, to encourage, to help, to train, whatever. I mean, because I feel like this is supposed to be, homeless people, people that are prostitutes or former prostitutes, I guess would be a better way of putting it. Reaching out to everybody, the people that have the most need, and helping them to turn things around, helping them to be transformed, to show them how to be transformed, and then showing them, but then also helping them in any way we can, to give them the tools, give them the resources, give them contact, whatever it is, to help people and to get on their feet, and kind of that whole idea of like the Good Samaritan. I mean, the Samaritan was a hated people by the Israelites, and this Samaritan guy in the Bible, in the New Testament, goes and takes care of this guy that was, beat up and left for dead. Took care of his wounds, and he fed him, and he gave him a place to stay, took care of all of his expenses, and all this kind of stuff. And the thing that's interesting about that is the fact that that Jesus told us that they will know you are my disciples by how you love one another, meaning loving other people that are followers of his. And so that love that we have, that oneness, that like they had in the book of Acts, that is the thing that's supposed to mark how they can know that we're believers. And the problem is that is not what the church looks like. The church looks like beating each other up. You don't believe what I believe. You believe in premillennialism. You believe in gifts. I don't believe in gifts. I think that all people that have gifts are from the devil, which ironically is the same thing they said about Jesus. And so that's not, why don't people, why aren't people being transformed? Why aren't people just like in droves with as many churches there are many believers there are? Why are people not just like coming to faith in Jesus in droves? I mean, some areas they are, because they're seeing that. They're seeing that. Meaning that love that is just surpasses all understanding. It's like, oh my gosh, I want to be part of that. No, who treats people like that? There are people, obviously, but it's not the norm. It's not the mostly people know what believers believe by what they tell people they're against is the biggest way. And that's not what we're supposed to be known by. And how better to change the world, how better to make a difference by those that have helping those that don't, and those that have a little helping those that don't have any, and everybody helping each other. And it's not about giving or what, I mean, it is, and it's about being obedient and not worrying about hoarding for ourselves, and not worrying about ourselves as much as we're looking out for other people first. Should be where we're focused. It's kind of, if we're always focusing on ourselves, and I do that. I focus on myself. I just found myself doing that as I was leaving. It's like I found a gift certificate to somewhere and something else, and I'm like, my thought is, oh look, I'm not going to tell anybody about the Chick-fil-A gift certificate, and I'm going to go Chick-fil-A myself and have lunch. And it's like, that's not the kind of attitude I need to have, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind. I mean, just showing you how real I am. It's just like, okay, it's just that shouldn't be the way I think. But I guess sometimes there's that thing that you have when you're at that place of kind of desperation, and it's like you're like scrimping for everything that you can get and trying to make everything work out, and most things aren't working out, and you're just trying and trying and trying, and as you're trying and as you're doing all these things, just things don't work out, and you're just trying to hoard everything you can just to survive. And to a certain extent I'm at that place, because literally things are that tight that it's like, just so you kind of, it's easy to get in that mindset. It's like everything is tight. It's like we have way more bills and stuff like that than I have money coming in. And so just being real in that, kind of seeing where I'm coming from, which will be amazing to see this and me sharing this in the future as things move forward and I get to a different place and see how the Lord has worked in this whole thing. But anyway, with all that being said, it's like my focus is, I can't help but keep on thinking about what this is supposed to look like, about creating this community and starting this and being a catalyst for people and transformation. And literally, I mean, I was thinking about this 5 or 6 or more years ago, back in 2010, 2011. And obviously I wasn't ready, because there's a lot of things I didn't know about the Spirit and gifts and different things like that I was completely oblivious to, that I know about now, which I needed to know. But it was something that was like, so much of what I'm thinking now are the same things that I were thinking then. But I'm just in such a different place in preparation for helping to birth something like this. And I'm excited to see the people that are going to be alongside me birthing this thing, this community. And I'm real excited to see what's going to happen and what this is going to look like, and the lives that are going to get changed, and everything that's going to happen through this. And Still haven't posted videos yet. It's been a whole week. I've been talking about it. The plan is, I already took longer than I was supposed to with mowing the grass. I got to move some stuff around to get into a smaller storage unit so I can pay less money, because money's tight. So got to do whatever I can to do that as well. So I got to do that, and the plan is this afternoon, this evening, to finally do some final editing to some of these videos, start getting some of these videos posted, start getting this community started, because until I start posting videos, until I start, sharing the videos with the different groups that I want to share the videos with, nothing's going anywhere. It's all stalled right now. Right now, as we're sitting, as I'm talking, this thing is dead in the water. Nothing's happened with it. I have 2 subscribers, I think, and I don't know who I don't even know how you find out who subscribes to your YouTube channel. The only person I can figure that might have added is I can't remember how to pronounce his name, Tavier or something like that, Reynolds. He's got Identity Christian Lifestyle channel on YouTube, and I'd mentioned to him I was going to share it with him, and he might have already found my YouTube channel, because ironically it was like just afterwards that I mentioned it to him that I noticed I had another subscriber. And I'm not posting anything, so I haven't posted anything ever. So we'll see. We're going to start having exponential growth in that channel once I get started posted and start sharing. Whether they like it or not, it's going to grow. It's like all it needs is a few people to subscribe, and it's going to be huge growth. All kidding aside. So anyway, hopefully, I'll be posting it tonight, and then in the next week or so, I'll be anxious to see what this looks like, the growth, where we're at, the feedback. Feedback is really the biggest thing. I mean, obviously getting subscribers, but getting the feedback, finding out this is, that this is the kind of stuff that people are wanting to hear. This is resonating with you guys. That's the biggest thing, because I really feel like this is from the Lord, and obviously hearing feedback. When I getting feedback about people's thoughts, will definitely help me hone in or realize, whether I'm hearing correctly and I'm going down the right direction. I feel like I am, but obviously that will solidify that really if it is, and I look forward to finding out. So anyway, I think that's it for now. On back to my house. Left my old house for the last time. That's the house that my youngest son has, the only house he remembers. So some sad parts about it, but overall I'm ready to be out of there. Ready to I've already been moved on, but ready to be completely done with that chapter and move on from here, and literally starting from scratch in so many ways. So I will catch you next time. If you like it, like it. If you don't, then say you don't like it. Whatever I want you to put what you're really thinking. Like it, don't like it, comment, subscribe to my channel if you like my channel. If you don't like it, whatever. I mean, subscribe here, learn something, teach me something, whatever. I'm open. I don't know everything. I'm growing, learning, and I can use just as much training, teaching as the next guy. But my heart's in the right place, seeking after the Lord, seeking to go in His direction completely, and I want to unite those hearts, those people that are on fire for Him, on fire to give up everything to serve and trust Him and seek after Him, and want all of you that are thinking similar to come join me. Thanks.